This saying or adage, I think, is specific to Africans. What an elder says, even if a child climb up three-story building, the child cannot say it. I think this assumption is not entirely true. Now, let me explain this. Okay, an elder who was born in the 18th century, times have changed. They say change is the only constant thing. The world has evolved, and such an elder, you are depending on them for an advice. You, as the child, as the person, the younger person that is seeking an advice from an elder, you are the one to measure it from the positive side or the negative side. What an elder says, even if a child climb up the story building and the child cannot say it, can either be on the positive angle or on the negative angle. Now, this brings me to the story of this boy who got a visa to travel abroad and went to tell his father in the village in Enugu that he has gotten a visa to travel abroad. And the father took him to a native doctor for fortification so that when he gets abroad, he will be successful. And the native doctor asked for the boy to be buried alive for 1 hour 30 minutes, which is 90 minutes. And the boy agreed and he was buried. After 1 hour 30 minutes, exhuming him, the boy was gone. Now, let me tell you, it is this assumption or adage of what an elder says, even if a child climbs up two-story building, the child won't be able to know it, that has led this young guy to his untimely death. If he had, why will this native daughter say this? Why will this native daughter say that I should be buried alive? Everyone knows that there is no air underneath the earth. If a person is buried alive, the tendency of that person getting air is in fact, there is no tendency. Only God can do that. A young person already knows that we are humans just by the breath of life, this breathing. By the time this breathing is gone, in fact, we are as good as dead. Okay, why will a young boy born in this millennium, probably if that guy is too old, the guy should be in his late 20s or early 30s. Why would the guy allow the native daughter to bury him alive? It is because of this assumption. He believed that they are herders. He believed that they are old people. He believed that they are more experienced. He believed that what they see and know, if he climbed two-story building, in fact, he won't be able to know it. That was the reason why a young, intelligent guy will allow, in fact, will allow for himself to be buried alive for 1 hour 30 minutes just to be successful when he gets abroad. Now, I want to say this. The fact that a person is old does not mean this person is knowledgeable. Don't you know that there are old fools? Don't you know there are people who are old without wisdom? Wisdom does not come with age. It is God that gives wisdom. He followed his father because he believed his father is more experienced, more knowledgeable, and more learned than him. He believed the native daughter because he believed that they are old, so they will be more experienced, more knowledgeable than him. That is the simple reason why a person will allow himself to be buried alive. In fact, I ask, if you are a person who went to secondary school, you have studied science, you have known, okay, let's do this experiment. Just hold your breath for some minutes and see how difficult it is. Talk more for a person to be buried alive for 1 hour 30 minutes. Now, let me tell you, some parents, they have misled their children. Some elders, they have given wrong advice that didn't turn out well. The fact that the person is old does not mean this person is all knowing. The fact that the person is old does not mean all the advice that come from that person are well certified or all the advice are good advice. Sometimes you, the young one, you are the one that should filter. When an advice is coming from a negative point of view, use that your knowledge to say, no, this advice is not good. When an advice is coming from a positive point of view, yes, that is an advice. The fact that the person is your parent does not mean that all advice that come from them are good. Haven't you seen some women misleading their sons, their daughters in their marital home? Haven't you seen some parents and urging their children to go for a career or a course that their children are not even good in just because they want to take pride in those careers? I want to see some parents forcing their children to study medicine even when the children are not good in science and mathematics. So the fact that someone is old does not mean that person has wisdom or is more knowledgeable. Know this and know peace. This story is very, very sad.